YouTube? This is Justin, aka Demonic Sweaters, and some of you might know already that I'm a drummer, and I post a lot of videos on here of me playing drums and drum lessons and all kinds of stuff. Playing drums dries out my hands quite a bit because of the wood. I just have very sensitive skin, and when I say it dries them out quite a bit, like, I don't know if you can see this, if it'll focus, but I get very, you know, just cracked and dry patches of skin. And it's really, really painful sometimes, especially in the winter here in New York City. What I wanted to do is actually show all of you some of the things that I found that help keep my skin on my hands not hurting and cracked and bleeding and things like that. So yeah, here we go. So number one, and I've talked about these before in several of my other videos, are Aquarian X10 drumsticks. Now these drumsticks are synthetic. They're not made from wood, they're made from a graphite composite material. Since they're not porous like wood is, they don't absorb all of the moisture out of your hands the way wood does. So these things, I started playing with them about, I don't know, I think in 2015 or 2016. And since I started using them, I've noticed a big improvement in the way my hands feel, and as well as they don't seem to have as much of a jarring shock on your joints in your hands either. Now some people may not like the feel of these. They do feel different and they do sound different than regular sticks, but once you get used to them, they sound and feel, actually I prefer them to wooden sticks at this point. And there also does seem to be kind of a breaking in period for them. Like this pair is probably a year old now and they last a really, really long time. Once they're broken in, they seem to feel more like wood than they do when you first get them. And like if you click them together, they kind of sound like wood. Okay, so now for my next tip, and that's going to be coconut oil. Coconut oil is really easy to find. You can get it in pretty much any grocery store or Amazon. I'll post links for all this stuff down below if you have trouble finding it. But it is really, really good. The thing is though with coconut oil is I don't really use it on my hands in the day because it is pretty greasy, and if you put it on your hands and then try to play drums, your sticks are going to get all slimy and stuff like that. So the way I use it is I actually put it on my hands at night right before I go to bed, and then when I wake up in the morning they're nice and soft. So it is like a really, really good moisturizer, but it's really just for the nighttime in my opinion. Number 3 is going to be Vaseline Clinical Care Extremely Dry Skin Rescue. Now this stuff is really, really good. It is kind of greasy too, but if you just rub it in for a while, it does go away, and you can play your drums after you moisturize with this stuff. But I'm going to use some right now actually, because like I said, I forgot to put anything on there. Or I didn't forget, but I didn't put anything on there before making this video. So yeah, that feels much better. But yeah, it's really good. I mean, it's just a moisturizer cream, and you can put it on as often as you like, and it does help quite a bit. And if you keep using it over time, it seems to heal up a lot of the cracks and dry parts of your skin. All right, now lastly, sometimes you're just not going to avoid the cracks and the breaking of the skin, and it's going to hurt, and you're going to need to take care of that. And this stuff called liquid bandage, and this is basically like a brush-on super glue for skin. So you can basically glue the cracks back together, and a lot of times what I'll do is I'll put that on there first, and then I'll put a band-aid over it, and then I can keep playing, and then my fingers aren't in excruciating pain. Although this stuff burns quite a bit when you put it on the open cut, but it does help it, it seems to help it heal faster, and then it also closes up the wound. So that's really, really nice. So these products have helped me over time, figuring out what works for me. There may be some other ones you might know about. And hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, click subscribe, click like, all of that stuff. And feel free to check out my music or my Patreon page. All the links are everywhere they're gonna be. So anyway, thanks for watching. Have a great day, everybody.